Yo, abusia mechia wo ene susu bi minim se twedi ampon tutubo nso yakopon adawo ma wo ne wabusuafo nyina mo ho eye. Se de uhu se me hu ye. Ubehu a the dreamer ene da me nchen. Yeguso a edi nkomo afa dayesum. Na minim se mpempenso se watia baba bedu di stage a na u follow the dream dayesum a minim se unya ntiase bi. I think say every me baby atititi dreams won sem bi and also chire nsem bi a to me side no me nim de wo adwene chire wo de ba me side de I'm getting a new understanding a one wo me da yesumu ne me chire me da yesumu nti asem mu because I can't ati bebre krama di wachi benfo di wachi ena wudi di wonam ana chese woni abenfo na ato se didi abenfo no kura so mo ne hwan ena abeso dan na chese pete bi na mu ana chese hey ye be siw dan so di ana chese wo sa be wura wo dan mu di ana chese abenfo na ano no menua ya tititi bebre movies mu kura no be kura obi su dan a ye sese wudi eto se die na kosua bi da so ana chese abenfo so aduane paaro no menua sa de na di eti mu ache ena sometimes kura obeso dan na hu mu se na ntwi a na chese abenfo no omo bo nchinku pa chese omo ba so but it seems say with the dreamer no different meaning different understanding all together now I hope say what the chia say they make am also wo beti enema bi ase at this time na yen chen hu no yema the dreamer akwaba na yen ni komo na yen hwe dream no de ekoso the dreamer me chia wo
Binia bejoso
na bibia boko de
Oyankopɔn twedi ampadaro ma ɔde ne nso asa kyerɛ gyina henni ne tumi ne deɛ
yede nyame ase the dreamer enesusu ya senya ubiem ye baba be di komo afa dream ho da yesum na ene no yedi komo enra bi na ade bi akire ma adwene me pese ye de start answer because ehia me pa ye kan asem bi enra about da yesum se wo beso da ye na se wudidi na se banfuo na ekeka ho ne ade ade e ma wo chire mu me tie ase hu se no wo se obehu pete kura sometimes me dey na minim se sa mo ni nyina but ye call bible mu ye titi ni ma bi ase se enye ni nyina na chire banfuo ne ade ade na ade chire ma adwene ne se benfo ankasa na the dreamer benfo ye ka benfo ankasa e wo ho de ono ne hwan benfo ye kuku ye nipa ye honhom ye de ade a enso etimi bada ye musa benfo ne ne de
Binia bɛda ase Nyankopɔn ɔnhyira bebree na metia yɛfrɛ ne sɛ Vivian Angel
okay
ntia so nkɔma no ɛwɔ adwuma pa no so ɔdi bo Onyankopɔn ahenni no
sa
obi biara a ɔka ho biara no metia ho menua ɛnam sɛ yɛ nyame nipa na ɛdɔm di m'akyi na yɛn basic foundation ɛyɛ Bible nti no yɛn nkwati Nyankopɔn asɛm ɛnyɛ biribiara
sa
ɛwɔ sɛ yɛadeɛ nyinaa no ɛgyina Onyankopɔn asɛm so Bible sɛ wankwati n'asɛm anyɛ biribi biara a ɔyɛ asɛm no and everything ansa na yɛbɛkyerɛ aseɛ no yɛni kan ɛnkɔ Proverbs chapter 23 verse 7
Proverbs 23 verse 7
Proverbs 23 verse 7
Proverbs 23 number 7 Proverbs 23 verse 7 New International Version will say for he is the kind of person who is always thinking about the costs. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you.
Okay, I would like you to read from King James Version.
From King James Version, okay, King James Version.
I'm having here with me, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Sadia ordering no saa na ɔyɛ dɛ
Otie.
That's Proverbs 23:7. So, scripture is telling us that you cannot be different from the way you think. You are what you think. You and your thinking, there is no difference. So you become what you think.
Okay.
And then Numbers chapter 14, verse 28 say, said the Makano and one be Hamamo. Said the Makano, said the Maplanet, said the Marginal, and one be Hamamo. So, me person Ubia who said the wandering is it here?
Is it here?
Okay, back to the question. Was it by your cry day?
Any day.
Any day. Okay. Na mini ayakasa ya African belief concern a different.
Okay.
And a Bible way of belief or Bible meaning of witchcraft no.
And so different.
Different. But now we are team piano. Do we have to, or are we going to believe the Bible, or we are going to believe 34 ansem ana any person? Mini as a cassa ya as a training. Say obi or dictionary. Mepe say obey the meaning of which.
Which? And then I heard the meaning of which.
Yes. The meaning of which. You can't say be a
which
be ana witchcraft here. Obi or practicing magician be no. It's a witch or wizard. So the simple definition of a witch or witchcraft is a practicing or the practicing of magical acts.
Okay.
Sorceries, soothsayers, necromancy, enchanters. These are called witchcraft. And say when your dictionary,
a dictionary many meaning be waha. Na meaning no and also in a different way. I think everything with the two screen, so that is what it says here. Was see a woman thought to have magic powers, especially evil ones, popularly depicted as wearing a black cloth and pointed hat and flying on a broomstick.
So you see, a person who is believed to have magic powers.
Magic powers, yeah.
Good. So anyone who claims to have a magical or magic power, according to the Bible, is known as a witch. But what I say? It's known as a witch. Now, young Bible scriptures with this definition. Now I say, so the other kind he was talking about a woman, or if it is a woman, we call that witch. If it is a man, we call that wizard. So this scenario, he was defining that side, which.
Yeah.
Now, let's see from Leviticus chapter 20, verse 27.
Leviticus 20, chapter 27. I read from the New International Version. Maybe it's Apostle no Ewaha. Or say, a woman thought to have magic powers, especially evil ones. No, I think I'll say a man. I'm hearing a man or woman who is a medium or spiritualist among you must be put to death. You are to stone them. Their blood will be in their own heads.
What you say? In the King James Version, I say, a man also or a woman that had a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death. So the Bible is talking about two things here: witches and wizard.
Wizard.
Yeah. A man or a woman. So, or describe it, woman say, who has a familiar spirit. And afraid man is a wizard. So the witch here we know is anybody or a woman who has a familiar spirit to practice magic is known as a witch.
Yeah.
According to the dictionary, no, anyway, are the same. So what I say? Anyway, the same. Then let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10.
Deuteronomy chapter 10.
Deuteronomy 18, verse 10.
18, verse 10. Deuteronomy 18, verse 10. Let no one be found among you who sacrifice their son or daughter in the fire, who practice divination or sorcery, with omens, engage in witchcraft.
What you say? So if you do these things, you are engaging yourself in what?
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft. So these are things, according to the Bible, called witch. And then we also have 1 Samuel chapter 28, verse 7.
1 Samuel
chapter 28, verse 7.
Saul then said to the attendants, "Find me a woman who is a medium, so I may go and inquire of her." There is no end of the said. Verse 7. Into also 8.
Verse
8.
7 no ebi nto aso biem.
7 and I can't also no.
Okay.
28. 1 Samuel chapter 28, verse 7. Or say, Saul then said to his attendants, "Find me a woman who is medium, so I may go and inquire of her. There is one in Endor," they said.
Okay. Who reading me then now was, and when Saul inquired of the Lord, verse 7, then Saul said unto his servant, "Seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit, that I may go to her and inquire of her." And his servant said to him, "Behold, there is a woman that had a familiar spirit at Endor." So this woman here, who claims to be a sorcerer or soothsayer or a necromancer, practicing what is called a magic. The Bible calls this woman here a medium, a familiar. So we can understand from here that the woman is practicing witchcraft. So the woman is called witch here. She's called witch here. Because a witch is somebody who claims to have magical power, who is able to contact spirits, invoke spirits, and casting of spells. Bible friend,
okay.
Then we also have these things. You know, these things are against God. So God said to the people, Obia oyebe for munkuno. In Exodus chapter 22, verse 18. Let me read it so we can go fast because of the time.
Yeah.
Exodus 22, 18. I read from the King James. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Emma before Tanasi. Then he explained. What was it? Emma before Tanasi. In Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10, and what says why the baby will be or practice it by ye, will be a friend some will be or yes, I never we know, or no, was Simunkuno.
Yeah.
So Exodus 22, no, Deuteronomy 18:10, explaining, and Leviticus 22:27, explaining. Then we come back to the Revelation 21, verse 8. Revelation 21.
Revelation 21, verse 8.
Verse 8. Okay. Was about the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers. You see, only sorcerers no.
Yeah.
And idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. You see, the sorcerers no. Sorcerers no.
Yeah.
Means witchcraft. Meaning so different version you see there.
Let me read from
the sorcerers over there means practicing of witchcraft. So what you say?
Yeah.
Practicing of witchcraft. Okay. The person we can't say we know be at you. Well, with you. So you see, who practice magic? So the meaning of witchcraft means someone who claims to have spiritual power, or somebody who practices magic.
That is here, yeah.
Who is able to casting of spells, invoking spirits. That is the meaning of witch. Now, if some person be obi a woti me enye emfa na adwemra say. Now, by photo.
That is a question.
And now by phone too. By foreigner. And now by phone unipanam. For contact with one woman. Near the kind. Obi antie we no nhyɛ ne so. Baye entu.
Bayentu.
Bayentu.
Wow.
All those things we have been hearing from our infancies till now, believing themselves by phobia or and say they are all lies from the pit of hell.
Benfuntu. Wow.
By phobia,
But Omowinam.
Baye Bianam.
Hey. Asem we de me ho adwiri me benfuntu winam. Na ne de atiti
By phobia no want to. By phobia no winam. Now, the Bible meaning of being a witch, and you read, or practicing magic, or invoking spirits, or chanting, or casting spells. These are things, the things that the Bible calls witch or wizard.
Okay.
Now, I find you say before etu. I throw a challenge to every Christian or a man of God who claims to be a seer, seeing witches and wizards. I challenge them now to prove me in the scripture. But before a 2 year, anyway, before right now, I challenge you now. Prove me. So, why do they got that understanding from say by Etu? That is the African belief. Especially Ghana, because I'm a Ghanaian. But the truth is, by Etu. Baye bien or good.
What to say?
Baye no. Baye obi or practicing magic here. Baye
Magicians and they are witches.
Magicians. They are witches and wizards.
Okay. No, how move you?
Obi or fresh spirits. Obi or cast spells. So adi abaye bet me and say, obet me cast a spell on you, and it will affect you. But if obet me can ways be, and it will affect you.
Where's Keke?
Where's yeah. Where's?
Wow.
But if obet me akasa chere aboa amanati.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey. Sir. Let's just I mean what do you? But omun.
But if obet me akasa chere aboa. Baye nyunam. Yes. Obate amanati no. Edientia. Baye simply means someone who can control spirits or who can invoke spirits who have some spiritual power to practice magic. That is being a witch or wizard. So you see, Baye bien one more say, Baye fortu. But me so assemble.
Me too.
Ghana ni bia o he misisi Maybe so asem. America Baye ho na Baye ni.
Ebi wo.
Germany Baye ho na Baye ni.
Ebi wo hapa.
da ben how to say broni bi aka say by phobia too.
Yentiso mu yeso mutu.
Ghana for am wa kwanto ma mu tie mi sisi yi. Ever since amutu kwa what say by phobia broni bi say by phobia ni ma bi awu na abrofo bi ana by phobia na ebe ni ma me. Why then Africa?
Our mentality.
Share idea when those people who have the idea, wrong idea concerning witches and wizards, no, show more life they have no progress in life. And it's not the witches and wizards that are fighting against them. It's their mentality and their understanding fighting against them. It's America, Germany, Italy, Australia, Netherlands. All these countries, no, it didn't so.
Sir.
What's Ghana? What's Africa? And I put the blame on some of the pastors and prophets who don't have understanding of the scriptures. It's because of these people. And I'm in Ghana, any part of Africa, and yet this idea. Uba Ghana has say, Obi accident ya ebe Obi uwa ebe So you want this kind of mentality within us.
Yeah.
And I'm Ghana for Bebre Enkoso. Yeah. The understanding of the witch and the wizard is wrong. Bayentu. Obi anyone ma also e be fa wotu. Se obi tie me e wa amano ne Ghana ni bi tie me e wa amano ne ba bia. Aya ho hwa abrofo no. Won hwe omu. The understanding of being a witch.
Yeah.
No Ghana for understanding of being a witch or wizard. No difference in who. Baye nwenam.
Baye suntu.
Baye ntu. Baby enu won ma ba before to go share baby o meeting. We nyina ya atro. Ya atro. Na dia Satan oye ne say odua atro o adwe mu. Na akwa tia wa angasa. In fact, the biggest and the greatest enemy in the world, I also the people be fighting on, is your mind. Your mind. You don't pray against the devil. Pray against your own mind. Have the rightful thinking. What about if you got wrong information? You would think wrong.
Yeah.
So, bayentu.
Necessary say bayentu baby enwi nam na yati ase e wo se de wuchichi mu na. E do mu sutimi ba e dai mu. Ana mo ma e dai mu. O mmema aduane ni.
Okay. Me da say. You read the scripture about Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. Said ya wodwene na sa na to.
Sa.
And he said, "Oh, wrong information automatically, or die and so be wrong. Understanding is be wrong. But oh, right information or die be right. Understanding be right." And he said, "Oh, person sad any be more. First, you have to believe, say, Before be no to
Okay.
get the right information concerning witches and wizards. Anya sana also na say you get it wrong. The way our agency here no. Say the agency here no. Say the information no agency here no. Also that ya understanding na be.
Ne me bawo the dreamer me bawo me pa chew na ne se koba ne se okay me fa ne se minyo kristoni menye kremoni na menji nyamesum bi ani etimi menwene sa nema ne ho no benfo so otu so owe na menwene hwe a would I have effects ana se betimi aba me dream mu ana se menwene ho betimi aba me dream mu ana betimi affect me.
Yes, obetimi asesa dae no ehun se kama ipamon but unim say be yi because uni sa idea no uni sa understanding no but your understanding say kama ipamon be yi no hu kama be ka say be yi.
Okay.
Broni hu kama se CI also the no hu kama se CI a I tell you say in normal because the day in and out on the kama it.
To the be normal man, yeah, exactly.
Ghana for bi kra ne kama it 10 bia na so da ye hu kama ya obeka say be for look at you. What is wrong with you? So the kind of ideas, the kind of the knowledge you have conceived in your mind, you know, and no interpretation, and now witches don't have the power to appear in your dream. Witches and wizards don't have the ability to appear in your dream. Witches and wizards don't have the ability to fly during the night. But with your own mind, you can have dreaming, or you can dream it. You can have the dreaming about these things, and you will understand with your own mind and knowledge, based on the knowledge you have, and get the interpretation wrong. So the nipa when you are doing it, you become what you think. So get a rightful information, and you will always have a rightful living. And if I know who say by phobia you be now, our Bible. And if I know who say by phobia too. Now I'm not saying say there is no witch. I'm not saying say there is no witch or wizard. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Witches and wizards are there, but the understanding concerning them is wrong. The Bible meaning of being a wizard or witch is someone who practices magic, who consult spirits, who invoke spirits, who cast spells. These are called witches and wizards in the Bible. Obagana. Bayeni abayifo. Omomutu. Omuko hye odua kese bi ase. Kuku emoja wom. Kuku. We nyina ya atso efi bonsam.
Yesu omutimi wi ho nam nyina wonam kura no wu yeti asiwu abenfo na we ho nam
asofo no I put the blame on some of the pastors. They have the eye but they cannot see. They have the ears but they cannot see. They don't think as God think. They don't see as God sees. they hear from different angles. They hear wrong information. And they tell their members wrong information. And their members carry the wrong information and dreaming wrong dreams, getting the wrong interpretations. So I put the blame on pastors and some of the prophets. They are the ones who are supposed to have the rightful mentality concerning witches and wizards. So they can able to teach their members to have the rightful information. Now, you being a pastor or man of God or prophet, you are telling the congregation what is a witch. This thing is a wizard. This thing is a witch. Pastor, prophet, stop that.
That's it.
This is the time to learn the Bible. You are too lazy to learn the scriptures. You are too lazy to hear from God. You are too lazy to know the God kind of ideas and knowledge. Stop the laziness. Learn the Bible. Sit there. Let God teach you. Understand the scripture and stop those trusting things. You invest wrong information in your congregation, in the mind of your viewers. So if you understand, say, be ye bien too. Be ye bien in a more. I don't know. Also, there is a who did it. An hour in a more. I better say, be ye.
That's it. Now, the dreamer. I think I'm beginning to understand a new philosophy and ideology of what is called witch, wizard, and so on and so forth. But coming back to the dreams, I asked the question, do we see them in our dreams? Those magicians, how do you call themselves, being witches and wizards? Do we see them in our dreams? And why and how?
Because of your mind, you will see them. You know, I am normal. Listen to me, everybody, listen to me. I am normal to dream, to have a dream of seeing dogs, cows, patene, kwakwadobi. It's normal. They are part of this world, physical world. We live here with them. So it is not wrong to see them in your vision or dreams. It is not wrong. It is not wrong. You see? And of course, you can have a dream. You can have a dream. Say, Bia, what should I? Now or pamo. Remove your mind from first thing you have to do. Remove your mind from witches and wizards. Find the meaning of that particular dream.
Wow. Well, I think the mindset is beginning to change from angles, from different concepts, and I believe it's also very good because every titini nyinaa besi nne no ne atete dodo no a dɔɔso ɛwɔ abɛnfo ɔmo atu ɔmo ti dua so ɔmo yɛ meeting ɔmo wi nipa nam ɔmo ahwie mogya agu ɔmo de uti bɔbɔ park so uti konkre yɛ si so yi ɔmo yi wɔn adwene mu nyinaa gu okra yɛsi yɛde grawa kora ba besi yam the ideology, the philosophy of our mentality concerning witches and wizards. It has been so on and so forth. I think say you trap almost be 40 minutes concerning witches and wizards. Now, because our mindset concerning witches as Africans, I think it's too much. But I believe with God and with your explanation and how God is speaking through you to explain things to people. No, I know, say we will have first of all change of mindset, because from the Bible scripture,
Sure.
what you read, not
Sure.
say the no. Saa na yɛteɛ
Sure.
ɛna saa na yɛbɛlive nti
Sure.
saa so na yɛbɛtumi de akɔda yi. Now, I
Sure.
think say what do you have to say to conclude the witches and wizards in our dreams, and what do you have for us? Dear na said I am running yet.
Okay. Leviticus 7:26. Was moreover, ye shall not eat no manner of blood, whether it be of fowls or beasts, in any of your dwelling. Whatsoever soul it be that eateth any manner of blood, even that soul shall be cut off from his people.
Yeah.
Onyankopɔn say, munni moja.
Mamunni moja. Okay.
Munnum moja. Ana munni moja. What you say?
Yeah.
Edi enti no say, munhwe ye o moja ho. Concerning the ideology, it says, abayifo no moja ni. Mi chem kakra.
Okay.
Now, the same book of Leviticus chapter 17 verse 10. Leviticus chapter 17 verse 10. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and I will cut him off from among his people. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul. I love verse 11. Was it for the life of the flesh is in the blood? Onyankopɔn sɛ mo nipa bi anu moja. Eni moja. Because okra no emoja ni mu no okra no te. Okay. Now, the demons, I say, they always want men to sin against God. Satan always wants to deceive man so he can sin against God. In his oko konfobi ana malabi ana ubi oye no bi hono mo. Then the person tells you to drink blood. He tells you to drink blood. Do you know what it means? We can understand what the person is telling you, the meaning of what he's telling you from Leviticus chapter 7 verse 20 and Leviticus chapter 17 verse 10 and 11. When you take in a blood, unu moja, anawidi moja, you've sinned against God. Secondly, what sign afa will be kra akan. Onyankopɔn kwana yehwie moja egu edeba for emano. Eni sa wo fa moja na ono mo a, you are making yourself God. You are making yourself a God. And for doing that, you know, God will punish you. So you see, In the book of Acts chapter 15, verse 28-29, where a New Testament, it is there that they shouldn't eat blood. So, witches and wizards. Now, Mami Chewe, Yakasa witches and wizards, they are not spirits, they are human beings.
Okay.
A witch is not a spirit. A wizard is not a spirit. You can read from dictionary. And we have already read from Leviticus chapter 20, 21, Revelation 21, verse 8, and 1 Samuel chapter 28, verse 7 and 8, and Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10, Exodus chapter 22, verse 18. Be spirit. Be nipa. Be nipa. So how come? How come?
It's you.
Angels don't have the power. So umbewa at the same time. No matter appear baby at the same time. Angels cannot do that. Even Satan himself cannot do that because he is an angel. It's only God who is omnipresent and omnipotent. Demons, angels don't have that power to do that. If the demon or Satan or angels don't have the ability to do that, how much you human being? That he can be sleeping here and at the same time flying somewhere again. I still throw a challenge to them. They should prove me from the Bible, a single scripture, whereby a Bible, a cassette by phobia in Nipa, by phobia too. And I mean, call Google, but you can Google it yourself. Check on some of the internet, check some of the dictionaries, find the meaning of witches and wizards. Why do you have to get this wrong information? That information will put you into bondage.
That means we are getting wrong information, wrong interpretations of witches and wizards, how they operate.
So I just say. So that is it about witches. A good soul beso die uti.
Yeah.
A good soul beso die. Now then chie di agro. Now ne sebonam. Ebi a wudi di. Ebi a owenam. There's nothing wrong with it. But what you have to do is get the meaning of that kind of dream. Get the meaning. You don't have to, by your own understanding, interpret the dream. In one way or the other, no, it will fight against you.
Exactly. In
So
one way or another, it will fight against you. That means it all comes and ends in what you are saying from the beginning of how you read the scriptures. What you think is how you live, and what you think is what will lead you or what will take you into your dreams. So the information that we've gotten on witches and wizards concerning everything that we think in our black mentality is what is leading us in everything. I think say I'm ready. It's about 15 minutes.
Hey, say
asem no baby no witches and wizards ne nko ana asem no enya de baako because I take a long time to understand and know the meaning of witches and wizards, because I think say yen Ghana for a year be 10 jina ha ebu be 8 and 8.5 for die obi abeka se benfo 2 benfo we nam Painful, say, Utim say, you say, what done necessary one in the muni at the day, one and one done in petany, a chance in Sunia. That is what we have believed. So, in this ideology that will help us in it, a few people, I think there are very, very few people, even those few ones are those people that I can say they are non-believers. But mostly, even with the believers that believes, say we have a living God and worship God, and no, say we serve a living God, no cry, and we still believe say witches and wizards fly. Because I think say you've already said it from the beginning, say I think say you blame the pastors and the prophets who are giving those wrong information across. And
I want to say this thing.
Okay.
Yes, you buy it, and now witches and wizards. Because in Acts chapter 13, no, now there is this sorcerer. I know a wizard. Oh, yes, who will be an near friend. One gasa before now, any. Okay, say, Naninte or Tenani. Yes, who will be a buno. One gasa I have before. Near Bible can say one as Satan, Asha so. Is the devil that is behind these things, not witches and wizards. Is the devil. It is satanic. It's Satan and his demons who are behind all these things, not witches and wizards. So you see, it's because the devil does not want people to understand what really is going on. So they try or do everything to plant evil information or bring evil information in their thoughts. Wrong information. That whenever something goes wrong, they may not think, say, it's the devil or demons doing that, but they will be thinking, say, it is witches who are doing that.
Yeah.
No more jibon some. Now I hear the cost. There's no way in the scripture Bible so be area for. It's demons, the devil, who is doing these things. So maybe I would hear me a burning tea. You make out on say, what's the day now on Tiasia? What's the day every breed? I'm out in your Obi tie me. Daya want Tiasia tea. What in my man? Amonka. Obi tie me. Daya want Tiasia tea. One in a ray on in the Kuno Amonka. Obi tie me. Daya want Tiasia tea. If you are what's in a mono, what you tie me. And send the breed. Many are already paying quadri. What are so die? And yet, number the grassy. Frey. Stop. Diabetes be a hand. When you go upon the home, when I'm home, so be at the year 7 hours. We each own, and then that's 7. Now, I shall see. Never, you know, it's we. I mean, sure.
Super, that is the dreamer. After explaining and telling us something good for our soul and our mind, no, I think say in same way so no. Now, I don't know the number is very important for you to call and for you to understand it from your own perception. And how to comment, will be on person of a comment, and will be also a comment in the na untimi son comment, I have something send the voice, number play voice number in order not for say you can call. I think say maybe so be submit me send no voice message say be with me concerning, then you reply that person. I think it's very important for you to also call to get your personal further explanation towards what he's saying. What it and I think say a boy mentality in some more. So when team program for I think say take time for yourself. Emre no nyamre ma ho na wan kasa dwene ni ma no ho ko akiri. Ubu oti asem from beginning. E be ne kakra. I just say it take time. But as time goes on, I believe say you will definitely get a good understanding to yourself and to your mind na aboa. Nti abusua I think say aha ene do be see emre ni nti no. Yebesa ne the dream aba na oba be cheche niema bi mu na yatiti niema bi ase concerning dreams and concerning our mentality, what we think and what we believe and how we are living our life in the dreams and stuff like that. Nti abusua aha ene do be see Mediani Peter no tch3s the fact the dreamer and I'm also motene kama program so the mema oremfi edina e Mamcas. That is a program given on to you. Abusua we do be see adasebo a yebesa hye mu bi na ya twetwe